Yeah, hi everyone. All of you. I can share my screen. So the syllabus already I shared with you all of you, right? This is the syllabus. Chapter number one, chapter number two, chapter number three, chapter number four, and chapter number five, chapter number six, chapter number seven, chapter number eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 12. Okay. And in the last session, we started about chapter number one. In the chapter number one, we discussed about Java introduction, Java features, Java installation, Java program execution flow, and Java programming elements. Next, I would say Java program development and compilation, execution, translators, JVM architecture. I hope everybody is clear with all these topics, right? I hope you guys are clear. Clear or anyone have any queries? Java introduction, Java features, Java installation, Java program execution flow, Java programming elements, Java program development, and compilation, execution, and translators, and JVM architecture. So once you are familiar with chapter number one, next today we are going with the chapter number two. In the chapter number two, what are the topics we covered going forward? We'll discuss about variables and data types. And after that, we'll discuss about identifiers. And we have the reserved words and Java coding standards, Java comments, reading data from the keyboard. Reading data from the keyboard. This is the agenda of chapter number two. Okay, fine, very good. Next, we can go ahead and then we can start with chapter number two, where I would say I can take a new file. I'm copying this one, and I would chapter number two. So first, I'm going with the variable. If you attend the interview, these are the basic questions. What is variable? What is variable? So variable is the container. Variable is the container which is used to store the value. Store the value. Normally, for example, there is a value 10 value. So I want to store that value 10 value. Okay. Okay. There is a value, and I would say, for example, I would take MS Paint. No, coming to here, and there is a value 10 value. So how could I store this 10 value? This 10 value I can keep inside the container. I can keep inside the container. Okay, so this would be like this. Okay, and this is the container. We can give the container name as well. Okay, so the basic thing is variable. What is variable? Variable is the container which is used to store the values. Which is used to store the values. So in the variable, we can specify the type of data. Okay, in the variable, we can specify the type of data, type of data, to store the value, to store the values, to store the values. Okay, to specify the type of data, to specify the type of data, we have data types in Java. We have data types in Java. Okay, we have data types in Java. Hmm. Again, variable also have two parts, like I would say variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization. Now we are going with the variable declaration. So variable declaration meaning we are going to decide variable name, we are going to declare variable name, we are going to declare variable name and data type, variable name and data type and data type. The syntax for the variable declaration is syntax for the variable declaration is data type, variable name, that's it. This is the syntax for the variable declaration. Variable declaration meaning we are going to declare variable name and data type. Variable name and data type. This is called variable declaration. This is the syntax, and I can give you example for this one is int variable name is, for example, I am mentioning like as the age. This is called variable declaration. Next, variable initialization. Variable variable initialization meaning, hello, yes, okay, where, yeah. Variable declaration and variable initialization. So variable initialization meaning here we are going to assign the value to the variable. We are going to assign assign value to the value to the variable. Are you guys clear with my statement? What I'm saying? Syntax for this one is variable name and I am directly assigning value. Okay, this is the syntax. And example for this one is age is some 27 or 28, like that you can mention. And yeah, this variable is, there are two parts, one is the declaration and variable initialization. So instead of writing separate lines, you can write in single line also. So that is called variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration, variable declaration and initialization. Initialization, variable declaration and variable initialization. So here directly we can write the combination of these two. We are going to declare the variable name and data type, and again we are going to assign the value. So directly I can write the syntax here. Syntax for this one is variable name, data type, variable name equal to, we can assign the value. This is the syntax. Example for this one is int age equal to some 20. This is the example. This is the example. This is clear or not? So what actually happens? So int age equal to 27, which means so one container will be there, and this is the container. I would take to another container, and the container name is the container is holding the value. The value is 26. This container name is age name. This is the age name. This is the age name. You guys clear with my statements. And the data type of this variable name is int. Data type is mandatory, where we are declaring, where we are going to declare what kind of data the variable has to be stored. Okay, so I hope you guys are clear. We are going to declare variable name, data type, and we are going to assign the value to the variable. Okay, variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration, variable initialization. So I hope you guys are clear. Yeah. So after this, so here guys, there are types of variables, but these types of variables we will discuss at the time of OOPS concept. At the OOP part 1 we will discuss. Okay. Types of variables we can discuss at the time of OOPS principles. So as of now, we are understanding only basic level what is variable and what is variable declaration and what is variable initialization. Okay. So next data types. Next heading is data types, guys. Data types. So first, anybody they will ask, what is data types? Can you please tell me? Data types. Data types which are used to specify the type of data. Data types which are used to specify the type of data. 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 Now, in Java, we have two types of data types. We have two types of data types. What are the two types? First one is primitive data types. Next one is non-primitive data types. Next one is non-primitive data types. Okay, fine. We can go ahead with one by one. Primitive data types. Primitive data types. Primitive data types meaning primitive data types are immutable. Primitive data types are primitive data types are immutable. Primitive data types are immutable. Immutable meaning once you assign the value, cannot change the value. Okay. So primitive data types is the immutable. Once you assign the value, we cannot, I would say, change the value. Next point is primitive data types can hold only one value, guys. Primitive data type, primitive data types can hold only one value. Primitive data types can hold only one value. Only one value meaning, for example, coming to here and int age equal to 20, 30. Can I write like this? No. If I write like this, so compiler will slap you. Hey boss, this is not a valid program. You are assigning multiple values. So that is not a good way. And primitive data types, it can hold only one value. Can hold only one value. If you write like this is invalid. This is invalid. If you write like that, that is invalid. If you write like this, age equal to some, this is valid because I would say data types it can hold only one value. Okay, can hold only one value. Are you guys clear with my statements? Primitive data types are the immutable, and primitive data types can hold only one value. Okay, so again, primitive data types is divided into four groups. Again, primitive data types are divided into four groups, guys, based on their return type. Four groups based on their return type. What are the four groups? First one is integer groups, guys. Integer. First one is integer. Second one is decimal, and third one is character, and fourth one is boolean. If you can see here, again primitive data types are divided into four groups based on their return types. Okay, integer value, this group, it can return only numbers, it can return only decimal values, it can return only characters, it can return only boolean, either true or false. So that is the reason, again primitive data types are divided into four groups based on their return types, based on their return types. I hope, are you guys clear with my statements, right? So we are going with one by one. First, we are going with the integer. Integer is the primitive data type. In the integer data type, here again we have, there are four uh, data types actually. So first one is the short. Second one is byte. Third one is int. Fourth one is long. So short, byte, int, long, all the four data types purpose is to store the numbers only. Then why they are introducing four? Because the size, okay, only the difference is size. Purpose is the same. All four data types purpose is to store the numbers only. But what is the difference between them is size. Normally, you can assume some psychological example. It is similar to some half-liter water bottle. Then half-liter water bottle, it can hold only 500 ml of water only, right? And this is similar to 1 liter, and this is similar to 1.5 liter, and this is similar to 2 liters. It can hold half-liter, it can hold 1 liter, it can hold 1.5 liter, it can hold 2 liter. Same way here also. So number based on the size, numbers you can store. Now coming to short, coming to short, this is capacity is 4 bits, 4 bits, and value range in between, value range in between -128 to 128. Okay, so when you declare the data type as short, so you should assign the value in between 128 to 128. For example, if I take the 130, compiler will immediately throw the error, because the range of short is, you have to take the values in between -128 to 128. Okay, and next point here we have to remember, default value, default value for the short data type, short data type is 0. Default value meaning, we have the JVM, right? If you don't assign the value, JVM by default, JVM will assign the default value. This is also very important, and this is also in the interview perspective they will ask the question. Okay, there are data types. Okay, very good. I'm not assign the values. Then what are the default values for all the data types? The default value for all the data types is 0. Now coming to here, and this is 8 bits, and this is 16 bits, and This is 32 bits. The value range in between 32K2 minus 32K2, 32K2, 32K. So there is exact number there. If you want exact number, normally you can. I'm giving some number. Default value for the this is byte data type is 0. Next up, this value range from these two are the very big values actually. These two are the very big values. Almost it will have so that I can get from the net and then that I can give the number. Int range in Java. So see, this is the number. Range, value range in between. If you want exact number, normally you can search and then you can get the exact number. This is maximum number. Okay, and default value for the date this one int data type is 0. Okay, so if you want to know exact number of byte also, then normally you can go and then you can look for the byte range. You can get the exact number of short. So first one is the byte. This is the byte and this is short. Okay, and here if you want exact number, you can copy. So see, almost 32K to 32K. If you want exact number, then you can go ahead with this one. Yeah, and long also. This is also big number compared to this one. In between, simply I'm click on that long. So see how big number it is. And default value for long data type is 0. Okay, so this is all about integer group, guys. Integer group 64 bit. Yes, this is the 32 and this is the 64 bit. 64 byte 8 and this is 16. Yeah, yeah, 32 and 64. Okay, and coming to decimal, so decimal also can come to here, and based on the written type it is also divided into, there are two types. I would say first one is float and second one is double. Float and a double. So here also this is 32 and this is 64. We'll check that one as well. Range also like this. Float range in Java. So this is the range actually. See, this is the range. float is also 32, and double is the 64. This is the range, and this is the 64 bits, and this is also bits. The range value or range in between, there is a number, so simply I can copy that number and then I can share with you. This is the number. And default value for the decimal float data type is 0 0.0 f, 0 0.0 f. Now coming to double, value range in between, coming to here, and here also you can look for the double range in between. So this is the number. The value is approximately this one. This is the negative number, and this is okay. Default value. Default value is default value for the double data type is 0.0t. Okay, all are 00, meaning almost all are. These four data types are the default values the 0, and these two default values for float is 0.0, for double is 0.0t. Now coming to character. Char is the data type. Char is the data type which is used to store the single character, which is used to store the single characters. For single characters, single quotations is mandatory. For single character quotations are mandatory. Single quotations are mandatory. Mandatory. Okay. And the example for this one is in I would say string name equal to, you can mention some raw, you can store only single character, that's it. Yeah, data type is char. Okay, data type is the char. Data type is the char. Next one is the default value for the char is null. Default the default value for the char is null. Next, coming to boolean. So boolean data type, it will return boolean data type. It will return either true or false. It will return either true or false. Either true or false. The default value for the boolean is false. Default value for the boolean is false. False. Okay. Yeah. Boolean example is boolean data type and checking age equal to true. So like this, you can take data type, variable name, the value is 2. Okay, the value is 2. This is clear, right? So based on these data types, I can give the one assignment. The assignment is write a Java program to print all literals. To print all literals in Java. All literals in Java. So literals means you have to use all the data types and you can write the program. You can write the program. Are you guys clear with my statements? Now I can write a program and then I will show you how to write the letters and all. Then same program you can write, you can practice and then you can give the response. Okay. Now there is a program batch is May batch and here I'm creating one class. Rename that one. I'm mentioning like as data types dot java. Okay, I'm opening the file and public class. I'm increasing little bit size. Data types, and from here to here, this is the scope of the class. Every method execution start from the main method. Public static void main and the string. I would say aux, and this is yeah. So first, program name is assignment is write a Java program to print all literals. Right, come to here. Now check first one is short. First one is short, right? Short. Now data type is the short. S equal to it is holding the value 120. This is valid or not? Yes. If I take 130, if I take 150, invalid because the capacity of this one is minus 128 to 120. And next also byte byte b equal to here also I'm taking some 2000, and next we have int int also I'm taking some values which I would say some 5000 value, 50,000. Next long also I would like to take l equal to okay. Yeah, this is with respect to integer group. Now with respect to decimal, first we'll take float f equal to the value is 34,000 f. Next with respect to double also double d equal to here also some 52,000 mm, 00. Next we have the char c equal to uh, next we have boolean b boolean some name equal to I'm mentioning like as a true. So these all the data types I want to print. If I want to print, I need to take system dot out dot print ln print ln. So print ln here I would mention string plus variable is called concatenation. String plus is called concatenation. Short value
Excuse me, sir.
is
Excuse me, sir.
yes yes
Sir, byte is 128, minus 128 to plus 128, right?
yes.
And short is minus 32K.
uh, yeah, first value is the byte. Yeah, short value. Yeah, yeah. This is the byte, right? Byte, guys. This is the byte, and this is the short. Yeah, this is the short. Okay. Now the short value here also I'm changing to byte value is this also can change to B, and this also can change to this. That's it. And the value is also 120, and here I'm mentioning like as some 12,000. Here also same way we can do remaining as well. Coming to S and SOP statement. This is the short value is S, and the same way can come down. This is what inter and I. So like this, you in your size also you can write a program long, and this is for and this is double D, and this is also so this is the program, and I just want to data types. So file name and class name should be the same. I'm saving the file, and wherever Java file is there, you can go to Java file location. In my case, this is available in this folder. There you can open CMD and tell to compiler, hello compiler, I written one program. Which program I written? Data types file, data types dot Java. So there is a byte p, so that you can reduce the number. Java C data types file has successfully compiled Java and data type. So see here, data is coming or not. So in our case also, you can do the same program, and then you can take a screenshot of it, and then you can upload. This is all about primitive data types. And after the primitive data types, we have the concept, that is, this is one assignment, guys. And after the primitive data types, we have non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are, first we have class, second one we have arrays, third one we have strings, fourth one we have collections. Okay, these four are comes under the category of non-primitive data types. So it can hold only single value, no, but it can hold multiple values. It can hold multiple values. So each primitive data type has different session. So going forward, we can discuss. Going forward, we can discuss. So class have separate session. It will take separate session. Arrays, it will take separate session. Strings it will take separate session, and collection it will take separate sections. Okay, as of now you can take the list of non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types, what we have, there are four: class, arrays, strings, and collections. Okay, as of now you can take the list. So going forward we can discuss about the non-primitive data types. So once you are familiar with the data types, next concept we have identifiers. Next concept we have identifiers. Identifiers. So what is identifiers generally? So identifiers meaning all Java components required names. Identifiers means all Java components required names. Required names. Required names. Required names. All Java components required names. Okay. So while giving the naming conventions for names for the all Java components, we need to follow the some rules. When we are giving the when we are giving the names for the all Java components, we need to follow some rules. We need to follow below rules. Below rules. There are five rules actually. So first one is identifiers cannot start with the digits. Identifiers cannot start with a digit. Cannot start with a digit. Okay. For example, I am giving examples. There is a class name, public class demo, and this is the scope of class. Can I write like this? This is valid or invalid? Valid or invalid? This is valid only. Okay, fine. This is scenario number one. Scenario number two. This is the example number one. I am going to the example number two. Public class one demo. Oh, can I write like this? Can I write like this? Guys, respond. Can I write like this? What is the rule? Identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but names. Variable name, method name, class name, constructor name. These are the names. These all the names are called identifiers. Okay. Rule number one is identifier cannot start with the digit. So this is valid. Example number one is valid. But if I write like this is valid. Invalid because starting with the digit. According to the rules, you cannot start with the digit. You cannot start with the digit. Okay. This is invalid. This is invalid. Identifiers cannot start with the digit. Next one is coming to here. So identifiers cannot contain spaces. Identifiers cannot contain spaces. Spaces. Coming to here, example number one. Public class, I would say demo mobile. Demo mobile. This is the scope of this is valid. This is valid. Okay. This is scenario number one. Coming to example number 2, public class demo. I'm giving the space. Now tell me this is valid. This is invalid because according to the rules, identifiers cannot contain spaces. Cannot contain spaces. Cannot contain spaces. Okay. I hope this is also clear. So any naming conventions for Java components, that might be the variable, that might be the class name, that might be constructed any name, you cannot give the spaces. So these are the beginner mistakes. I observe most of them whenever they are taking the class names and all, they're taking the spaces. No, don't take spaces. Don't take spaces. Okay. Next up, special characters. Identifiers can use only two special characters. Okay. Identifiers identifiers can use only two special characters. Two special characters. What are the two? Underscore and at the rate. Underscore at the rate. Not at the rate. Underscore dollar. Those are the only two symbols. For example, coming to here, I'm telling as example number 1, and here I would give to public class demo mobile. Can I write like this? Yes, you can write like this. You can write like this, guys. This is valid. Yes, this is valid only. This is valid. Okay, identifiers can allow only two special characters, either underscore or dollar. Either underscore or dollar. If you can see here, example number 2, public class demo mobile. I mentioned like as a, and at the rate. Now you can tell me this is valid or invalid? This is invalid because you are violating the guidelines. Only special characters it can allow only underscore and dollar. Now you can tell me this is invalid. Okay. Now you can tell me the answer. Example number 3. I'm taking public class test underscore mobile underscore bill. This is the scope of this is valid or invalid. This is valid or invalid. This is valid or invalid. Valid only.
Valid.
This is valid one. This is valid one. Okay. Next, rule number four is fourth rule. Rule number 4. Whenever you are writing the naming conventions, everything is matters. Capitalization, okay, uppercase, lowercase, everything is matters. Okay, because of Java is case sensitive. Java is case sensitive. Everything is matters. For example, if I take there are two words, there are two words if I take like demo and demo. If you see here this is in the first character in uppercase, and in case of here all characters in lowercase. Java is case sensitive and everything is matters whenever you are giving the naming conventions. And in this case, this will be treated like as the class name, and this will be as treated like as the variable name. Okay, so that is the reason Java is the case sensitive. Java is the case sensitive demo and demo. This will be treated as class name and this will be treated as variable name. So whenever you are giving the identifiers, everything is matters. Capitalization, spacings, okay, and special characters, everything is matters. Everything is matters. I hope you guys are clear. I hope you guys are clear, right? You can check identifiers rules in Java. There is other word. There is other rule. The rule number 5 is this. You can keep it as rule number 5. And there is rule number 4. We cannot use reserved words as identifiers. Rule number 4. Rule number 4 is we cannot uh, we cannot use reserved words as identifiers because these already reserved. Each word has already its own meaning. Okay, so don't use reserved words as the identifiers. Identifiers. Now, you guys, can you please tell me? I can write few of the examples. You can tell me that is valid or invalid. Example one. Example one is. You guys tell me. Byte again. Byte equal to 20. This is valid or invalid? Invalid because byte is the data type. This is predefined. That is okay. Very good. Now this is the identifier. No. So according to our standards, we cannot use identifier as the result words. This is invalid. Okay, coming to here, and again I would take int age equal to 40. This is valid or invalid? This is valid because age is the not a predefined one. This is a custom name, right? So this is the valid one. Okay, fine, very good. Next, coming to here. Next, what we have? So like this. Int data type. Next I would take double double equal to some 90,000. This is valid or invalid? This is also invalid. This is also invalid. These are the 5 rules, guys. What are the 5 rules? What is the rule number 1? Identifiers cannot start with the digits, meaning cannot start with the numbers. Okay. What is the rule number 2? Identifiers cannot contain the space. Make sure whenever you are taking the naming conventions, names for all Java components, don't give spaces anywhere. Okay, I seen most of them at the beginning level, they are giving the spaces. Okay, don't give the spaces. Next, what is the rule number 3? Identifiers can use only 2 special characters. What are the 2? At the rate and dollar. At the rate and dollar. Okay, so whenever you are giving the naming conventions also, you have to use only these 2. Okay, don't use at the rate and all. This is rule number 3. Next, third one is, what is the third one? Next, rule number 4. We cannot use reservoirs as identifiers. Reservoirs are meaning already it has its own meaning. Already it has its own meaning. Okay, okay. And the next one is Java is the case sensitive. Java is the case sensitive. Java is the case sensitive. Next, we have the concept. The concept is identifiers. We done with the variables. We done with the data types. We done with the identifiers and rules. Next concept we have reserved words. Reserved words meaning, so JDK team, they already implemented some of the predefined words. Each word has each meaning. at the time of implementing the projects, so we can directly use those functionalities. Okay, so with the what is the advantage with the predefined words, we can implement the project very easily because so they already implemented few of the keywords, and each keyword has each meaning, and in when we are implementing the projects also we can use those keywords. Now the heading is reserved words. Reserved words. Now the heading is reserved words. So reserved words meaning it has its own functionality implemented by JDK team. Implemented by JDK team or Java team. Implemented by Java team. Implemented by Java team. Okay. So there is some list reserved words in Java. You can get the complete list of reserved words. So see here, reserved words are there are total 53, and used keywords are 50, and unused keywords are 3. Coming to here, yeah, now you can see the diagram. Okay, yes, these are the different topics actually. Okay, primitive data types. In the primitive data types, these are all the data types is this boolean, byte, cache, short, int, long, float, double, wide. Wide is the this will come at the methods concept. Next, this is the modifiers concept: public, protected, private, abstract, static, final, transient, volatile, synchronized, and native. This is the modifiers concept. And this is the declaration. I would say OOPS concept: class, interface, enum, extends, implements, package, throws, and control statements. These already predefined one. If, else, try, catch, finally, do, while, for continue, break, switch case, default, throw, return. And this is the some other words like this: new, super, import, instance of null, true, false, strict FP, asset, and underscore, go to, and constant. Go to and constant. So So these are the predefined keywords. So in our case, what you have to do, you have to, as of now, you have to read those predefined keywords 4 to 5 times. 4 to 5 times. So when you see any other program, you can easily understand which are the predefined one, which are the non-predefined one. Okay, you have to understand. You have to keep in mind all these predefined words. Okay. So predefined words meaning it's already as its own meaning implemented by the JDK team. Okay, when we are implementing our own projects also, we can use our own, I would say, We will use predefined keywords as well. Predefined keywords as well. This is the list of predefined keywords. Go with any one of that image, and then you can take a note down all the keywords. Reserved keywords, again it is divided into two types: used keywords and unused keywords. Used keywords are, there are total 50, and unused keywords are 3. Okay, you have to take the note. And this is, these are keywords, there are total 53. Again it is divided into keywords and literals. Again keywords is divided into used keywords 48 and used keywords 2. So go to and constant. Go to and constant, why we are not using? Because if you are using go to and constant in the programs, so continuously we are facing multiple issues. So that is the reason go to and constant we are not using. Remaining all the keywords, remaining 40 is done. This. So you have to remember all the 48 keywords. Okay. This is all about keywords. So today what is your assignment? You have to go to this. Yeah, write a program on literals and data reservoirs. You have to note down all the reservoirs in your notes, that you can take a screenshot of it, and that you can attach to your assignment, and then you can share it with that one. Okay, that you can do. Okay.